Hey folks, welcome back to another Being 42 episode. We're going to look at round 12 this week. How are you, Beaver?
Good, buddy. Looking forward to the footy starting tomorrow night. Hopefully a good game. Storm and Manly to start it off.
Yeah, exactly right. And beautiful segue, mate. News of the week. Tommy Turbo, which looked pretty innocuous, the injury he took, out for the season.
Yeah, well, bad luck for him, right? But, he's a finely tuned athlete and tough luck for him, tough luck for New South Wales, and tough luck for Manly because Manly zero chance of top four and doing it.
Yeah, and I hate to say it, but I just think Tommy T is the Bruce Reid of the NRL. He's just the rubber band man, and every 4 weeks he's going to be out for something. So pretty sad, but some more sad news, or not really sad, probably expected, but Gus Gould pulled the knife out again, and he's shanked Baz. Bit of old news, I guess, but worth repeating.
I would have put it differently. I think he stuck the nudger in his backside, right? So, Gus, right? He's a lion sack of shit, isn't he? Right? I mean, I think he'll be the coach many years after I've gone. 4 weeks later, he's gone, right? What an absolute flea bag Gus Gould is, right? So, anyway, can't stand that man.
No, exactly. Look, he's got some very good brains behind him. His best days are also behind him, and I feel like he should go the way of Rabbit Warren and just move along and let the next wave move through. But anyway, we'll jump into some round 12 games, and like you said, it's a good one on Thursday night. It's the Storm versus Manly, and yep, probably right. Bookies got $1.25 Storm, $4 Manly.
Right. Yeah, I think so. Right. Jerome Hughes is back, and don't they need him? So I think that's a massive in for them. They do miss Harry Grant, but they'll put Smith into the starting hooker role.
Mm-hmm.
Look, Manly just missing Tommy Turbo. They're just missing a lot of class there, right? So I got to say, there's some good things I like in that Manly side, right? Olakau'atu, I think, is just fantastic second rower, right? So I'm looking forward to seeing him go and how he develops over the years. I like him playing in Dragons team, but I don't think they've got enough. So Storm will win this. Storm will win it by 10 points.
Yeah, I think you're pretty well on the money there. I've got it around 10. Bookie's got it at 11.5. Only thing I'll say is I didn't think the Raiders had beat South last week, but with Papali's 250 if they got up, and surprise, surprise, it's Kieran Foran's 250. So can Manly pull something out of the bag for a special game for him? Doubt it.
No.
Okay. Just trying to go out with something. Right, really good. Moving on. So early game Friday is top of the table clash. Got the Panthers at $1.20 and the Cowboys at $4.50. Probably should be a little bit closer than that, but I do think Panthers will win this.
Yeah, you'd think so. Could be a bit closer, but I think the Cowboys, this will be a test for them, right, to see if they think they're legit. I don't think last week was a show against a underdone Melbourne team, right? Admittedly, they did win well, right? But we'll see how they go this week, right? So I just get the sense that the Panthers are just in cruise control at the moment. They're just doing what they have to do, and they're winning by a decent margin still. But they haven't actually really turned it on, right? And it'll be interesting to see whether they, put the foot down this week. But I think it'll be a cracker game. I still think the Panthers will win by 13 plus, right? And if they get off to a good start, I think it could break the Cowboys and get the Cowboys thinking, wow, we're really not where we think we are. We're really not where we are on the ladder. So I got the Panthers winning it by 18 points.
Yeah. Do I have to pick a score? Because I'm with you at 13 plus, but it could be 30 plus. And, Jason Taumalolo and Kyle Feldt being out for the Cowboys is probably going to be felt pretty savagely by them as well. And you're right, the Panthers are just ready to rip someone open, and it might very well be this week. So I'm actually going to go way out on a limb and say it is going to be 30 by Penrith this week. Sorry, Mark.
Ripping and a tearing.
Yeah, ripping and a tearing. So the second game Friday night after I've lost that bet is the Broncos v the Titans, and Broncos $1.39, Titans $3. Broncos without Reynolds, maybe a sniff.
I think the Tits are specials, right? So
you've seen us play though in the last few.
They're
weeks,
due.
Right?
Yeah, it's like, eventually Red's got to come up on the roulette wheel, right? You can't lose, right? So, I think $3 is pretty good value on the Tits. I would take them. Mo Fodawaker for me started to perform. Right? He's starting to run hard, and I think him making some good inroads through that Broncos forward pack will set the scene for you guys, right? So, David Fafita named in 23. Question, right? Will he come back, right? So I hope he doesn't for you, because I hope you guys win it without him, right? So I'm going to back the Tits to win this one in a close one. Tits to win it by 4.
Okay. Look, I like your optimism. I'm a little bit of a broken man at the moment. No, I really can't see the Titans beating the Broncos. And really, the injection of David Fafita into the centres isn't going to make a difference in our side. So we really need some forwards that don't drop it. And the fact that Jared Wallace is our leading try scorer from last week, just not a good sign. So, look, as much as I'm going to cheer the Titans and hope that they win, I think the Broncos will get the chocolates and get home by about 8 is my call on that one. So we'll go into Saturday, and probably a bit of a snooze fest. We got the Warriors at $1.77 and the Knights at $2.05. So the bookies couldn't be asked even splitting this by much.
Yeah. Geez, right? Not much. Look at how Newcastle's performed at home the last few weeks, right? The last few games they've had there. Just being substandard. Milford came in last week, did nothing. In fact, was probably negative value. But the Warriors, look, I'd love to see the Warriors get the win here, but I just have a feeling that Newcastle will get the win. A few forwards for Newcastle know that they need to start to perform a bit if they want to get a sniff at Origin. Might be too late, I think, for Saifidi, right, for instance, right? But so I am going to back, long story, I'm going to back the Knights to win it by 6 points.
This is just absolute toss of the coin. The Warriors have got a completely reshuffled forward pack. The Knights are without Bradman Best, who's been very disappointing, touted as an Origin special last year and has just been injury plagued. And like you say, Anthony Milford has not added anything to the Knights, but geez. No, I'll go with you. I'm going to go the Knights by 4, and I think the score will be 4-0. So
4 field goals.
That's right. All right, middle game. At least it's got a bit of life in it. We've got the Bunnies v the Tigers, and the Tigers on a bit of a roll now. Maybe a chance of sniffing a win over the Bunnies, who are struggling.
Yeah, Bunnies are struggling. Tigers playing with confidence, as much confidence as they can get for 3 wins, right? But they're competing, right? And I really love how Jackson Hastings come in and added a bit to that team, right? So I just don't see South putting in a back-to-back, putting in a shit effort again this week after they were so bad last week, right? So I think they will bounce back. Cody Walker to have a big one, and the Rabbits to win this one by 10 points.
Yeah, and just on that, just reading that Jackson Hastings was spotted in a moon boot this week. So, the chances of him being very impactful this week are low. And you're right, Bunnies won't put in a bad performance again. Yeah, I got the Bunnies by 12, I think, in this one. I think they're ready to put a few on, and poor old Tigs are probably going to cop it. So late game Saturday night is the Sharks and Roosters. Should be a good one, actually. Sharks at $1.80, Roosters at 2. Neither team really in good form, but both predicted to be top 8 teams. So,
well, I think the Sharkies are a top 4 team. So, and getting a win over the Roosters is an important part of securing that top 4. William Kennedy back for them this week at fullback.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big in. So I just have therefore I'm going to lean towards the Sharkies. I think the Roosters, if they win, will win by 13 plus, but I think Sharkies will win it, and I've got the Sharkies winning in a close one by 4 points.
Yeah, I mean, what you say makes sense, but I just can't see the Roosters continuing to struggle. They're due for one. The Sharkies showed not a lot against the Titans, admittedly in some crap weather, but the Sharks were really impressive first 7 or 8 weeks, but they've just dropped off a bit, and the Roosters just, if they want to be serious, they have to win this game. So I've got the Roosters winning this one by 6, only because they have to, otherwise they have no chance. Sunday game, you'll be primed early for this one. So we've got the Dogs v Dragons, a chance for a bit of a percentage booster for the Dragons. $1.54, Dogs $2.50.
Well, you got to get the win first, right? Before you start talking percentage boosting, right? I think this could be a danger game, right? Sharkies. The Dogs were terrible last week, right? And didn't bounce at all after Baz getting the arse. And there's a few who are, big talk of big changes in the Dogs. I actually think that, that's quite unsettling for the Dogs. And I think that your early season prediction of they won't win 5 games is looking pretty good, right? So I thought it was one of the most stupid comments you've ever made, but I think you're kind of Nostradamus there, right? So what I'm looking forward to in the game is a battle between Matt Duffy, the fullback we got rid of, and Cody Ramsey, the next fullback we're going to get rid of. So I'm going to back the Dragons to win it. The Dragons can't put teams away, right? They can't score enough points to put teams away. It's always an arm wrestle, and I think we'll be lucky to win it by more than a try. So I'm going to say Dragons will win it by 10 points.
Yeah. No, I 100% with you there. I think Duffy will score 2 and Ramsey will score 3, and the Dragons will win it by 4. So it should be a cracker. And just on the Nostradamus call, even a broken clock's right twice a day, my friend, and that's all I can say about that.
Even the blind squirrel catches a nut. All right,
that's correct. The last game of the round should be one of the better ones. So we've got the Raiders coming off a really good win against the Eels. So Raiders $2.60, Eels $1.50. I mean, money line says the Eels, but really, Raiders are playing well.
Jamal Fogarty back. So interesting in. So look, I think in Canberra. The thing is, it's a day game in Canberra, so it's not like frigid nights where they usually get the advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I like the Eels. I think the Eels are going to go have a big end of season, right? Go long into September, October. So they need to win games like this. So I've got the Eels to win it. Eels to win it by 8.
You're right. If the Eels want to be considered contenders, and I think you picked them to be in the GF and perhaps even winning it, these are the games they have to win. It's a 4 o'clock game there on Sunday, and I was just in Canberra last week, and at 4 o'clock, it is already pretty chilly. So I wouldn't want to be making any tackles. And, I'm just looking at these forward packs. This is going to be a really good game. I'm going out on a limb here and saying the Raiders can back this up again. I think they can knock off the Eels. And it'll be a close one. I've got the Raiders by 5.
Right. Okay. Well, the good news in that is one of us will be right.
Correct. All right, mate. Well, this week, my bet of the week, we'll have to do a bit of an update of how we're standing on that. But I'm going to go a 4-game anytime try scorer. I'm going to start off with Cameron Munster to score at $2.95, followed up by Tony Staggs to score at $2.12, followed by James Tedesco at $2.25 and Jack Whiten at $3.05. Combined in a 4-leg multi at $42.90 will pay out $2,145. So I'm all over it.
Mate, I don't know why we even go to work anymore, right? You know, we should just do this for a living. So, mate, that sounds like the easiest $2 grand you could ever make, right? So, me, I'm not as greedy as you, right? I'm going the Dragons to cover the line at -4.5 at $1.90, I think. Don't remember the other specifics, but Francis Molo to get a try, anytime try scorer. Backing him to get one this week because his brother got one last week. And then Michaeli Ravalawa. He hasn't scored a try all year. The big boy is due, right? So so that is paying a combined amount of money that my $50 becomes $837. So not a bad kick in for 50 fish. So between the two of us, you know, that's nearly a house payment, right? So
damn straight, we're all over it. Yep, we're so close to retiring, my friend. The alternative is we just put that $50 away and keep it, but no, let's go hard.
In superannuation, and Albo will fucking lose it on us, right? So,
yeah.
Right. I can't believe Clive Palmer didn't get voted in.
Just incredible. All right then, mate. Well, it was good catching up again, and
yeah, likewise.
We're going to make a good effort to keep this going. So yeah, sorry everyone for the gap, but good luck on your tips this week, mate, and we'll talk to you next week.
All right, enjoy the footy, guys. Take care. See you later.